King Unk back with a brand new vibe. Season 2 premieres, get ready to dive. From coast to coast, we're spreading the love. Talents from everywhere coming to prove. Storytellers, singers, dancers, and more. Each one's journey unique, like a story we adore. We'll show you what they've got right here, right now. Stay tuned, keep supporting, let's make this show. What's poppin', peeps? Welcome to season 2. King Un's got talent from all over the globe, sharing their dreams, sharing their skills. Stay tuned, keep it blitz, that's the kills. From Canada to the world, we're taking flight. Talents rising up, making it just right. Their stories unfold, their skills on display. Stay tuned, keep it up, it's gonna be a great day. Through laughter, through tears, through every trial.
What is going on, peeps? Welcome to season 2 of Talent from the Six. Today, I'm joined by a talent who's a total triple threat. Dancer, singer, actor, Deiondre Hall. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing, DeAndre?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm great. We technically, Peeps has had some technical difficulties. This is technically take 2. This is episode 2 all over again, where it feels like we're back in 2021.
Yep.
So let's start with, you got an event coming up, the Paprika Festival. Why don't you tell the peeps a bit about that?
Yeah, so the Paprika Festival is a festival coming to Toronto between May 13th to 18th. The piece that I'm in, so there's like various pieces that will be performed, and the piece that I'm in is a dance piece that connects to stories of trauma within the Indigenous culture. So like, for instance, residential schools, which I grew up learning about in grade 10 history, the murders of Aboriginal women, and other stories connecting to that. Like, we want to touch upon like themes of like loss and, themes of like finding ourselves. You'll see that throughout our show. We'll be using like different props, clothing. I'm performing with like 2 other girls. So it's like a trio, but it's a very long piece and we're training very hard, and we really care about this so much because as much as we are having fun dancing, it's also very important, the stories and the messages, and especially with our audience, like there are going to be people who have families who have gone through these issues. And so we don't want to offend anyone, and we want to try and be very careful with how we present it. But I'm definitely excited. It's my first time doing a festival and dancing in it professionally. So yeah, that's coming up, and I'm really excited.
Right on. What date is that? And when are tickets going on sale?
I do believe tickets are going on sale April 14th.
Okay.
And the 2 days that I'm performing are May 13th and May 15th, but the whole festival runs that whole week from the 13th to the 18th of May.
Where is that going to be at?
It's going to be at the Native Dance. It's like the Native Earth and Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
It's off of Dundas, so like Dundas.
I'll be sure to put the address for you guys in the link, and keep you guys updated when tickets go on sale.
Yeah, so like it's on 250585 Dundas Street East, Toronto, and it's called the Native Earth Performing Arts and a Key Studio.
Okay. Actually, I think I have heard of that place. I have heard of it before.
Yeah.
So let's talk about you. You were mentioning that you're from the Caribbean, right?
Yes. So specifically Jamaica. I grew up there for about half my life. So like I grew up there for 10 years, and I moved to Canada when I was turning 11. Mm-hmm. And it was cool to grow up in 2 different places as a kid. Culturally wise, I learned a lot, and yes, there was culture shock.
Okay, right on. Now, you being Jamaican, I have a specific question that I ask everyone in this series. You might be able to answer better than anyone.
Okay.
Where the best place in Toronto to get a Jamaican beef patty?
Okay. So Toronto, I'm still actually answering that question for myself because I mostly get like the Jamaican patties in Brampton where I live per
Okay,
se.
okay,
But I think the company that I go to, they what do you call it? They're all around the GTA.
okay.
So I think it's called Tennell's.
So now, all right.
Tennell's patty place. It's really good. Obviously nothing comes close to like home
Yeah, of
actually going to Jamaica and eating it because you know food always tastes better where it's from.
Exactly.
But I think Tennell's gets it really close.
Yeah, okay, okay. Where are they located in Brampton?
Brampton. Off my head, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But they're spread out all over. So literally, if you search it up, it'll come right up. I believe they're like a very big franchise.
Okay.
So
All right, Tennell's Peeps, we're gonna have to try those out. Now let's talk about. No, go on.
I know there is one on Kennedy. So
Okay.
there's one on 39 Kennedy Road North.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Any of you close to there? There you go. Let's talk about coming up to Canada. You spent half your life in Jamaica, half your life here. We talked about on the previous cut about the culture shocks. Now, like, what do you miss most about life in the Caribbean?
What do I miss most? I'll definitely say I miss spending a lot more time with my family because a lot of my family still lives there. I also miss like growing up on the beach. Like I always had a beach like down the street from my house that I would just go to and swim like after school or I miss the heat. Like I'm over here being like, I need summer to come. I need summer to come. Like I'm praying. I want the seasons to hurry up and change. I've been saying that to everybody. I swear I'm like annoying my friends, my family, because like I just really want summer. Like I love going out, and I just feel like because of the drastic weather and how like the weather in Canada is like, one minute it's raining, next minute there's hail, and then there's winter, and then.
Yeah, that's true.
So
we literally.
I definitely miss the beach a lot in the Caribbean.
No, I can appreciate that. I've been saying to people for years, I wasn't designed for this weather.
Yeah,
the
same.
summer is my time. As soon as I can, I'm probably gonna leave for most of the winter.
Yeah, if you can do it, I advise it. Like I used to go back home a lot around Christmas time just to visit relatives and also just to escape the starting of winter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you can, why not? Like travel to a hot country around wintertime and then come back.
Exactly. Now talking about traveling, you've visited many countries, right?
Yeah.
Which countries have you been to?
Okay, so off the top of my head, from what I can remember, so when I was younger, I went on a cruise, so I got to go to like 5 places at the start of my life. The first place I ever traveled to was Bermuda, because I had a family member working out there, so I would visit a lot. I've been to Bermuda, I've been to Puerto Rico, St. Thomas Islands, Miami, Florida, obviously Jamaica, obviously Canada. I've been to Paris, Italy, Amsterdam, Belgium, and London. Quite a bit of places. Off the top of my head, that's what I can remember. But yeah, I love traveling, and I definitely want to continue traveling for the rest of my life, as long as I'm breathing.
Okay, right on. Now, how old were you when you went to Amsterdam?
This was 2 years ago. So I think I was like, I just turned 21.
Okay.
So I went to Europe around 21.
So did you partake in what Amsterdam is known for?
We did a lot. Like we did a lot of touring. I know, like my mom and I, we did. One of my favorite things that we did in Amsterdam was, we went to like the Jewish community. In Amsterdam, and we got to learn a lot about the war and like, what was going on back then. Like, I'm not the biggest history buff,
Yeah.
but I like learning a little bit of history here and there when I travel. So I think that was probably my favorite tour, was learning a lot about the Jewish community, learning a lot about Anne Frank
Mm.
as well.
Yeah.
I really took a liking to that story and her diary in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely that. I did not ride any bicycles.
No.
A lot of bicycle riding in
Right on.
Amsterdam. They're very known for that. Even our tour guides would be like, there are bicycles in the water at the bottom.
Wow.
Like, there's so many bicycles in this place, and like a lot of them that ride, like, you kind of have to watch out because like everyone's just moving and
Oh,
you have to
wow.
like try not to get trampled. Yeah, but they're very fit. They ride bicycles. I barely saw any vehicles
Okay.
in Amsterdam,
Wow.
so that was a culture shock within
Yeah.
itself.
Okay, right on, right on. How was the food there?
Not bad, honestly. Probably wasn't my favorite of all the places I went to in Europe, but the food was good. Like, you could go get simple things, even like a sandwich or like a burger or just something simple. I mean, one thing I do appreciate about Europe is they eat very healthily. Like, they're very healthy with the choices
Mhm.
of entrees that they put out, and everything's like fresh and like organic,
Okay, right on.
not really as processed. Like, even their cheese is like, fresh.
Right on. So where would you say is your favorite place that you have visited, and what's a place that's on your bucket list?
I'd say Italy is my favorite. I definitely want to go back. I loved gelato so much. My mom and I went to like 10 different gelato places.
Okay, right on.
In a day. I really love the art there as well. And there was just something so beautiful and romantic about Italy. Like, seeing couples dancing in the streets and I love dance. So obviously I would stand there and watch, and, there's people playing instruments in the streets, and, everything about Italy it's just beautiful. Like, everything looks like an Instagram filter. Like, their buildings have has a lot of history.
Mm.
And yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I definitely want to go back and do more like tours and go to more art galleries. I would say a place I want to visit now is Las Vegas,
Yep.
because I am a night owl, so I love nightlife.
Okay.
I want to go to all the shows that they have in Las Vegas. I remember the last time I went to Mexico, I met a dancer who dances in Las Vegas, and she was like, "You need to go."
Mhm.
Everything, she thinks everyone should at least go there once in their life, especially if you're a performer and have an attachment to that art form. People go for the experiences, and they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And so everyone just has that burning desire to see what's out there and what's happening out there.
I was almost going to Vegas next week for WrestleMania. Just prices were a bit too high. I wasn't willing to pay $8,000 for a ticket.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even floor seats. So I was like, okay, WrestleMania can wait till it comes to Toronto.
Yep.
Now let's come back to your career. Now you did a lot of training in your youth before coming to Canada. Who are your inspirations growing up?
So I would say like I started out in the Caribbean doing festivals called like JCDC festivals in Montego Bay and Kingston. And then when I came to Canada, I went to my first dance studio. My teacher, or the head of the studio at Bodies in Motion Dance Company in Barrie, Jessica Julian, she was my biggest inspiration. Like, she pushed me because I joined a dance late. Like, everybody else started technique and training and all that jazz at a very young age, and I joined at like 12. So I had a lot of work, and she really pushed me. And my other inspirations, like celebrity-wise, though, I love Zendaya. She kind of made me fall in love with dance with her sitcom Shake It Up.
Okay.
with Bella Thorne. That's kind of where I was like, oh my gosh, they're dancing on TV. I want to do that. And she's a triple threat as well. She's also black, so I kind of like looked up to her
Right on.
as an artist. But I have other dance artists like Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, Sierra. Um, just other people that like growing up, I would listen to their music and dance around in my living room with my family, and I'm like, I want to do that someday and work with someone like that someday.
Right on. So, what would you say is your target? Like, your industry in the industry right now. Where do you want to see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I definitely want to do it all. I feel like because I'm trying to tap into every niche. I see myself like acting like on TV shows and like sitcoms. I see myself, dancing in music videos or even going on a tour with like a celebrity. I see myself even possibly putting out an album for myself in the next 5 years. And, you know, I want to do some background stuff as well. Like, I like writing, so I want to work with like maybe some songwriters. I want to work with producers. I want to possibly even teach dance. And, I'm trying to push myself into the dance world in Toronto and learn from other choreographers and maybe start choreographing myself, like professionally. So I have an idea of where I want to do, but because I want to tap into different categories. I just feel like I just want to start somewhere and build from that.
I get that. I get
Like I don't really have one specific goal. I just have all these goals, and whatever order they come in, as long as I, complete them, I feel like I'll be very satisfied with that.
Okay, okay. Now, as far as networking, what has been your resources in the game so far?
Networking, I've started out with like agents.
Yeah.
So agencies have helped me book gigs and do auditions. I've found stuff for myself online, like Facebook castings, and because of agencies, I've met like photographers who have done my headshots, and through me doing dance and stuff, I've met other dancers and choreographers. Like even just taking classes, you can even get scouted by doing simple things, by just even dancing with someone online, and if that blows up, um, that can open doors for you. Like, for example, I learned to dance on social media to a song by Megan Trainor, and she put me up on her story, and that got me views on my account. And so by just doing that, like, the more people see you is the more like you start to build a fan base and you get more exposure. And my philosophy is that no opportunity is too small. I feel like even if I were to play a tree in a show, I'll be the best dang tree that you'll ever see. Like, I just feel like, yeah, there's no opportunity that's too small. Like, just go for it. Try not to second guess yourself. I know in this industry, it's really hard hearing no a lot, but you have to just realize that it's not necessary that you're not talented enough. It's just you weren't meant for this role, or you weren't meant for this part. And you just keep auditioning, you keep training, you keep working hard, pushing yourself, taking opportunities, and the jobs will come. Yeah. They'll definitely come. Because here I am now doing a festival. I could have given up after hearing no with the other jobs I've gotten turned down from, but I just kept going.
That's the thing, if you stick to it, you put into work, opportunities will come. And there's a lot of great networking events. I don't know if you've heard of, there's a club called Lavelle. Like once a month they have like an industry networking event in the club. And then there's a lot of things going on downtown. I know you're in Brampton, but downtown Toronto, there's so much. Like, just go hang out on Kensington the last Sunday of every month during the summer. And it's like a big block party. And there's so many creatives in that area. Just like going out there just to enjoy that, you're going to meet a lot of people who can put you on things.
Oh, of course, I'll definitely look into that. I do know Kensington. I go there as well sometimes in the summer. Never been to the block parties, but
Yeah.
I'll definitely check them out. That sounds really fun. And yeah, I definitely want to get more into networking for myself. Like, I've been recently meeting other dancers. I put myself into this worldwide dance competition called Dance Icon that is happening right now.
Yeah.
I just decided to take a chance. It was run by Sierra, the artist. She joined this program that was fundraising money, the Why Not You Foundation, I believe it's called, you would basically put in votes and vote for these dancers. And she's searching for her number one dancer, and it's like 8 people worldwide will compete for the one spot. And I had fun doing it. Sadly, I didn't make it, but I enjoyed doing that because it made me see like people believe in me and people really put the votes in. And I literally congratulated the 8 dancers that are now on their way to Arizona to compete for her. And I've never put myself out there like that worldwide. So I definitely enjoyed it, and I definitely want to grasp more opportunities that are similar, if not better.
Right on. It's always good when you see that support. Like when you're not expecting and you're trying something like that, and then you see how many people is like, wow, you really dig what I'm doing. That's always awesome.
Yeah, like it's very eye-opening. Like honestly, that in itself was a win for me. Like even if I didn't move on, like I made it to the semifinals, and I was very impressed with how far I got. And it was just so eye-opening to see like how many family members, how many friends of family members put in all these votes and even donated money
Yeah.
just to get me to where I got. And that was just like, wow, like I feel so loved, supported, but also like appreciated for like my craft.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So DeAndre, we're gonna start wrapping this up here. Where can everyone follow you online?
So you can follow me on Instagram at I am DeAndre. So that's IAMDEIONDRE.
Perfect. Do you have a YouTube or TikTok?
I do. I don't really use it as much.
Yeah.
I am trying to like navigate social media and learn more about it.
Yeah.
Before I make other accounts. Right now, my focus is more Instagram right now, but I feel like in the future I will be, focusing more on YouTube and other social medias that can, build my fan base.
I'll tell you, just with YouTube, post yourself dancing, having fun, whatever you enjoy doing. Like, I'll be with you. I got 50,000 subscribers right now. When I posted my first video 10 years ago, I didn't expect anyone to watch it. My whole thing was like, when I have kids, they can laugh at how dumb their dad used to be. But then I just kept doing it, and people started watching it. Then YouTube reached out, gave me access to their studio. So just put out what you love. People love seeing people enjoy themselves.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I'll definitely take that advice to heart.
And I do a lot of other series. I'll reach out to you in the future. Maybe we'll go on a search for good Jamaican beef patties together on one of my...
Yes, let's do it. We can vlog.
Yeah,
even.
right on, right on. Well, thank you so much for joining me today in this premiere episode, DeAndre. Look forward to collabing with you in the future and seeing what you do out there.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Any last words for the peeps?
Travel as much as you can. Do what you love, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it.